at least from a practitioner's viewpoint, and one who is actually working with customers and vendors. We have a lot of customers and also different vendors, and that makes the environment very dynamic. But from a organization standpoint, supporting these customers, they will come to you with a lot of expectations, and more to date, especially for the last few years, we're getting more and more organizations getting on board using cloud services, and there are very many reasons why. And one of them is the economy of scale, and also the practicality of leveraging on existing services, which makes then as the customer base grows and the adoption rate increases, the likelihood of exposure to vulnerabilities, hence knowing what the risks, what the vulnerabilities in the form of security for cloud is very important, at least as a practitioner, and also servicing a lot of customers who are using cloud services. Before going on to CCSE, I evaluated a lot of those certification programs, and there are actually a lot available out there, and there are a lot that are specific to the particular cloud service. Okay, and with regards to security, there are some measures or at least information regarding to the components of cloud security, and I wanted to find one that is not necessarily just vendor specific, something that is really, I would say, neutral and agnostic. So, and I chanced upon CCSE, which is rich in terms of the exposure and the context of how they construct the different kinds of aspects, and also the big value behind this was actually the coverage being neutral in terms of the content, allowing me to actually see not just one perspective of particular cloud service provider, but across several, and namely the popular ones. And this actually really draws me to the reason why CCSE was so unique in this value proposition. So I'm very happy to actually be a part of the process. Well, definitely there were a lot of interesting aspects of the program, but as a practitioner and moving towards understanding the different risks and security, the particular modules that talk about compliance and risk allows me to actually see different aspects from different vendors, and pertaining to security, this is one particular area that I guess without any guesswork, there's this information already built into the program that illuminates this with regards to compliance risk, that is actually quite meaningful, and very much value add to the work that I do, okay, in understanding not just from a perspective of one particular CSP, cloud service provider, but across several. Yeah, that was really something that I truly appreciate about this particular program in terms of modules that was actually available in CCSE. Yeah, 50 plus labs was really quite an intensive process, but needful, I guess, because that gives you, I guess the intent was to actually ensure that there is the availability, and also giving you the exposure as a learner, and also future operator, or even should I say practitioner of this cloud service provider, to understand the different tools that's available in the market, which then makes you, I guess, in my perspective, a better proposition and position. Okay, as I am more comfortable, I have the know-how, in regards to the service or the tools that's available against the lab practices. So they were so structured, and it allows you to go through the program and also reinforce the learning that and the content knowledge, which makes it really awesome. And then just on top of the real practical component, which you can revisit again and again, not only applying towards the certification per se, but in the near future where you never know, you may or will encounter the use or a need for you to actually recall the particular knowledge, and the lab is going to be a definitely important factor in terms of the application of your knowledge. Definitely, and this was one of the biggest reasons why I chose CCSE in the first place. It gives me holistic aspects and understanding of the different cloud service providers available down there. Being able to, and also being exposed to this aspects of the different clouds, and understanding their strengths, in some cases their weaknesses, provides me a better understanding, and also that allows me to actually better equip myself in terms of the knowledge, and also in application as a practitioner, often or not offering the what we call cost benefit analysis of the different cloud services. Definitely assist me in my work, and also broaden my horizons in terms of knowledge. And I guess from an operational and also practitioner point of view, I was immediately able to put my knowledge in good use, and namely into understanding and the strengths and weaknesses of the different CSPs, and as well offer value viewpoints and feedback to my customers, and even to my teammates as well. I will be able to tell my colleagues, for example, what's the pros and cons of using GCP against maybe AWS, which will then actually give us firm understanding, and also evaluating our current processes against the different kinds of CSPs available, which in turn adds really good value to our customers and our value proposition. Definitely, and I think on top of that, where the intensity that I mentioned earlier on was really good, and the way the program has been constructed also allows this program, at least for me, as I've completed the course, serve as valid reference points that further not just enhance my knowledge, but in occasions where I may have forgotten a particular concept, I can revisit it again, and it is structured in such a manner that allows me easy reference, and also, and like I mentioned earlier on, the lab works, which are practically driven and highly structured, allows me to actually fall back, and also revisit and reinforce any of my knowledge which may over time require some form of refresher. I think one of the immediate recognition that I got from after obtaining CCSE is I become a better knowledge, a little bit more attuned towards the security propositions through CCSE. And yes, I've heard got a lot of good feedback with regards to my customers as well as my fellow colleagues, and in turn some of my learners, because I have been able to secure a lecturing role in using through CCSE. and that really speaks many folds in terms of the quality of, and also the recognition of EC counselors and also CCSE's value in the market today.